Did you know there's a way to run LinkedIn ads in 2026? Basically the opposite of how everyone tells you to do it, and it's pulling in cheaper, higher quality leads than anything I've seen in 6 years. The old way of running LinkedIn ads has gradually and very quietly stopped working, but most people haven't even realized. Now I've managed 6.5 million in ad spend on LinkedIn and have even been told to shut a campaign off because we're bringing in too much new business. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I'd do if I was starting LinkedIn ads from scratch today. I am going to show you 3 things: the strategy I'd run, how to target the right people, and how I'd actually build the ads. And halfway through, I'm also going to show you a genius use of AI that took a failing campaign to a top performer overnight, all without us even touching the ads. So first, let me show you the strategy, because the way most people structure their ads in 2026 is exactly why they're burning money. So a couple of years ago, the standard play on LinkedIn was really simple. You run an ad, you send people to a landing page, you get them to book a call, that was it, done. And for a while that did work, but over the last 6 months or so, we've watched that approach fall off a cliff. People are more skeptical than they've ever been. Nobody's booking a call with a stranger they saw once. So asking for the sale on the first impression is like proposing on a first date. It's weird and it doesn't usually work well. But after thousands of hours of testing, here is the structure that I would run today instead, and it is stupidly simple. I would set up a simple 2-step funnel. Step 1 is the top of funnel. So I'd run an engagement campaign to my target audience to boost thought leadership posts from my personal profile, not the company page. And you might be asking, why would you do that? Essentially, the reason is trust. A post from a human face about a problem they have feels natural. However, a polished company ad feels like an ad, which weirdly means it doesn't work particularly well as an ad. Now, getting the audience right here is make or break. If you get it wrong, this won't work. So I'll show you exactly how to target your ideal customers in just a second. But step 2 of the strategy is remarketing. Anyone who engages with the content we're boosting from a personal profile is putting their hand up. They've just told you they identify with the problem that you solve. So I build remarketing audiences out of 3 groups: anyone who interacted with that content we're boosting, anyone who visited my website, and anyone who landed on my LinkedIn company page. I found the sweet spot for a time period for these audiences is usually 60 days, as it's just the right mix between them still having a problem but allowing extra time for the slower moving nature of B2B. Then I would run remarketing campaigns straight at those people, and I would use 4 different ad sets. I'd use image ads, video ads, text ads, and message ads, all working together to take that cold audience and turn them warm by building trust and then allowing them to turn into clients. Now, here's the thing. We've seen this strategy overtake pretty much every other approach we've ever tested, but we recently set up this exact funnel for a client and it didn't work. It was flatlining. But overnight, we managed to turn it around and it absolutely exploded. The twist was we hadn't changed or touched the usual suspects, things like the strategy, the offer, the ads, or the landing pages. We had changed one thing. So get ready to learn the single biggest reason most LinkedIn campaigns fail. Now, before we got this client live, we'd asked them who they wanted to target, and we'd been handed a list of job titles that they wanted to target, people they thought were their buyers. And therein lies the problem, oh dear viewer. The key here is the word wanted. We realized we built the campaign the way almost everyone builds it, on hopes, dreams, and feels. And we'd seen this happen before, usually with the same negative outcome. So we decided to find a way to take a completely different approach to resolve the problem and ensure it never happened again. And this is exactly what I do from day one if I started again. You see, there are really only 2 things that make ads work: your offer and your audience. You need an offer your audience actually wants, and you need to make sure that the right people see it. Most people kind of obsess over the offer and then guess the audience. But the good news is you don't need to. So here is what we did. First, we pulled the profiles of leads that had already closed historically on the exact offer we were promoting. Not who we hoped would buy, but who actually already had. And not people who bought one thing, but then we're going to promote this entirely new thing we've never sold to anyone. Then for each one, we recorded exactly what their LinkedIn shows on their profile. So their LinkedIn profile, company industry as listed on their associated LinkedIn company page, the company size and the geography, as well as a few other details. We dumped all of that into a Google Sheet, 1 row per closed client, and then we ran that sheet into Claude and asked it to tell us who the ideal customer really was. This gives you a data-backed readout of your exact ICP, and it can also go deeper. So it also showed us how different slices of that ICP behave differently. For example, if you have smaller companies, we found that they tended to have one job title that closed, but larger companies a completely different one. What that means is when you go and build out those audiences for ad sets in the LinkedIn Ads Manager, you can stop targeting a vague blob of people who just kind of feel right and start targeting the precise profiles that had a track record of actually paying money. So we rebuilt the LinkedIn audience around that exact ICP, and that's the change. Exactly the same funnel, same ads, same pages. We just put it in front of the right people, or at least guaranteed it was going in front of the right people, and overnight performance exploded. But there's a third piece, and it's the one pretty much every company gets wrong every single time, because you can have the perfect funnel pointed at the perfect audience and you can still watch it flop. Trust me, not fun. All because of the ads themselves. So let me show you the rules that actually make them convert. So over the last few years, I've spoken to hundreds of companies running LinkedIn ads, and almost all of them make the same 2 mistakes. One, they make their ads all about themselves. So we do this, we're award-winning, self-proclaiming that we're the best. The key here is that the main language used is we. You are speaking about yourself. And I really hate to drop this bombshell on you. Nobody cares about you, they only really care about themselves. 2, companies make their ads look corporate and boring. Now this is done under the guise of striving to look professional. Well, I can tell you we've tested against this for 3 years, batches of ads every single week, millions in ad spend behind that testing, and we have found that the rules that actually make ads work, most of them feel completely backwards. So here's how I build the ads for each stage of that funnel, and I'll show you real examples in a second as well. So it comes down to, firstly, where in the funnel the person is, cold versus warm, as they need completely different ads. Now for the cold audience, at the top of our funnel, pain works best. So you don't talk about yourself, don't even really talk about your offer a lot of the time, although you can. You just repeat the pain that they're living with back to them in their exact words. It's almost like a therapy session. They then read it and go, wait, how does this person know exactly what I'm dealing with? And that recognition is what works. And again, you can use AI to extract these pain points from things like running sales call transcripts through Claude and asking it to give you the top pain points in the exact words of your target audience. Then for the warm audiences, your remarketing, everything shifts. So now you can talk about your offer, but the most important thing is proof. You have to show you can actually deliver what you're promising. So think testimonials, screenshots of results, simple how-to guides that show exactly how your system or service works. The cold ad earns attention, and then the warm ad sets earn the trust and convert the attention into calls. Now the style of your ads, and this is where people fight me the hardest, for top of funnel, you want things that look absolutely nothing like ads. They should look like organic content. So for example, a selfie shot on a phone will outperform a beautifully designed ad almost every single time. And for the bottom of the funnel, both the copy and the creative, we've consistently found that being more playful and less formal wins, usually by a factor of round about 3x. So usually what that means is your cost per call coming in at roughly 3 times less, or your click-through rates being 3 times higher. You can see how those two things are linked. But it can often be even more than that. So think things like memes, humor, content that's deliberately a little bit rough around the edges. And I know it sounds wrong, but every single time we've tested this, scrappy beats polished. Every single person I speak to thinks that they are the exception. They say our audience is different, our ads need to look corporate because of our audience. Trust me, they're not different, They are still human. If anything, people higher up have a lower tolerance for word salad ads because they have even less time to try and figure out what your ad about synergistic paradigms actually means. Trust me, we have spent millions to find this out. And if you don't believe me, that's okay. Just email me. We can put on a little bet and you can give me your money. But here's the thing I want to be really honest with you about. Everything I just showed you is like an engine. It's how you get the right people in and how you get them to pay attention. But an engine on its own doesn't get you anywhere. What turns all this into actual clients predictably every month is a system you wrap around it. So the offer, the follow-up, the way you convert those warm leads once they're paying attention. And if you miss that, even a perfect funnel on LinkedIn ads will fail. So I've put a video together that covers the whole framework you need, the complete client acquisition system I've built over the last 6 years. It's called the Control Growth Framework, and it's how all of this fits into one machine that runs on autopilot. You can view the entire system for free right now by clicking the link below this video, or there's just a button here. And if you'd rather we just set all of this up for you, there is a link in the description to apply to work with us. Either way, I will see you in the next one.